Hey, welcome back to Half Shell Toys and Collectibles. In this video, we're going to go over a few things that I've sold in the last 24 hours. And so our first item is actually something that Kevin from Commonwealth Picker mentioned in one of his videos probably, I don't know, a month and a half ago. He picked up some homeschool material. So I started looking for them at yard sales around that time. And I ended up picking up series 1 and 2 of this history CD set. And this one's actually called The Mystery of History Volume 2 CD audio set. There's 12 CDs in here. I actually bought Volume 1 and 2. Only Volume 2 is sold so far. But I paid $5 for the set and sold just Volume 2 for $71.99 plus shipping. So that was a great score. If you're not looking for homeschool stuff, keep an eye out for it. Typically, you can get great deals on it. You know, they've used it already and they don't need it anymore. So you can get good deals. Our next item is a Dutch Brothers sticker. For those of you that don't know what Dutch Brothers is, or Dutch Bros, it is a coffee company they got started in Oregon. They've branched out since then. There's some in Washington, Idaho, California, and I think even Nevada, maybe Arizona, but they're mostly in Oregon. But every first Wednesday of the month, they do a sticker drop, and believe it or not, people collect the stickers. So some areas have special sticker drops that are only for their area, and this is what this sticker is. This sticker is a Sacramento anniversary exclusive sticker, and so you would have gotten this for free with a drink that you purchased on the day that they were giving these out. And so this sticker sold for $8.99 plus shipping. So these and other ones that my wife and I pick up when we go to Dutch Brothers on sticker drop day, they pay for our coffee. So you know, it's a great day to go get coffee, but then I throw those up on eBay and pays for the coffee. So that sticker sold for $8.99 plus shipping, and those go standard envelope, so shipping's really cheap. It's like less than $1 to ship that. So our next item here is this vintage 90s snowman blow mold. It's for a tabletop or a countertop. It's really small. It's only like, I don't know, 10 inches tall or something like that. But it lights up just like a traditional blow mold. It has a little plug-in light in the back. These don't sell for a whole lot, but they are really cool, and they're 90s vintage. This one sold for $12 plus shipping. So this one actually, I had the receipt for it in the box. So the person bought it and displayed it a few times, but kept the receipt in the box. I think originally it was like $4.95 or something like that at Walmart back in the day. I think she bought it in 1998. So that was a pretty cool find. So $12 plus shipping on that one. Our next one is actually a Breyer's horse. This is a 2001 horse, and it's from their Freedom series, and it says Hope across it. So this one sold for $15.29. Actually sold for more than what some of the 90s ones have been going for on our eBay store lately. So $15.29 for this Breyer horse. Our next item we sold, it's an old rotary phone. This red phone here, it's just a desk phone. It's not one that you hang up on the wall. And this one actually has the rotary in the receiver, which I thought was pretty cool. This one's pretty well used. Has heavy use. I mentioned that in the ad. So we actually got, a little bit lower for this because of the heavy use. But this one sold for $22.49. So if it was in great shape, we probably could have got closer to 40. And then the ones that hang on the wall can demand even more money. So like $60, if not more. So yes, so these are good to look for. I usually always pick up rotary phones if they're in good shape. The better colors to be looking for are like the orange and yellow and greens. Anything bright colored from that time period will get you good money, $75 to $100, maybe even more. So yep, so $22.49 for that one. Our next item is this Tillamook stocking cap, this winter hat. This is actually from the Tillamook Creamery. We're in Oregon, so this isn't very far from where we live. We visit this place, I don't know, a few times every 5 years. So we've been there quite a bit, and it's probably only like an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes from where we live. But this item is brand new, still has the tag, and it sold for $14 plus shipping, which is a really good deal because the tag on this thing says brand new. This was $29.99. So, but it's kind of an oddity, not everybody's going to want to wear a Tillamook Creamery hat, but it is a pretty cool hat. It's nice and clean, brand new. So $14 plus shipping on this one. And we have some more Dutch Brothers stickers. So this one says Rad, and this was actually a Grants Pass exclusive, and that's actually where I believe Dutch Brothers started. Either that or Klamath Falls, something south of me, is where Dutch Brothers actually started. So this Rad sticker, it sold for $7 plus shipping. So a cup of coffee is like what, $5.50, $6. So you pick one of these up for free, you sell that, and then plus your fees and shipping, you come out to about a cup of coffee. So it's pretty cool. And then this one sold as well, a little cup of coffee with some feet. This was also a Grants Pass exclusive. This one sold for also $7 plus shipping. Now, these exclusive ones that I sold today, obviously we weren't there to pick them up ourselves, but I bought a lot from somebody on Marketplace that had close to 100 or a little over 100 stickers in it. I paid $35 for it. So I'm probably like 35 cents around in there into each one of these. So that's a pretty good profit, $7, $8.99 for the one. So pretty good on those. And the last item that we've sold in the last 24 hours is actually a Halloween item. These orange incandescent lights. They were originally sold at Bi-Mart. For you Northwest people, you know what Bi-Mart is. Just a little store. We call it the old person store in our area because typically when you go there, it's all senior citizen shopping, which is not a bad thing, but that's just what it is. We shop there pretty regularly. It's a nice store. They used to really be known for their sporting goods sections, which have kind of diminished a little bit over the years. But as a kid, I remember that was the place to go in our area for sporting goods stuff, for fishing stuff and hunting and stuff. So this was originally $3.99 when they first were sold, and then it went on clearance for 50 cents. I don't know. I put this up on a lot of stuff, so I'm probably like pennies into this. It sold for $7.69 plus shipping. They actually ended up paying like $18 shipped for this item. They work. I tested them, and I put all that in the ad and stuff. So yeah, so $7.69, and I was probably in this for like a quarter, if not that. So pretty good profit. It's not a huge profit, but it all adds up. So yeah, so that's our sales for the last 24 hours. I think I'm going to just save this little video and then tack on our next 24 and probably put a few of those together, and then I'll release the video. So yeah, so let's check out the next 24. Hey everybody, before we get to what we've sold in the last 24 hours on half shell toys and collectibles, I thought we'd do some turtle talk about these guys. The second release of the storage shell turtle from the vintage line. And these guys were released in, I want to say like 94, 95, towards the very end of the vintage line. And these guys have a transparent weapon. Now each turtle has a different color. And Leonardo has yellow weapons. And then Donatello has a red weapon. And Michelangelo has a blue weapon. You can kind of see him just kind of light up under the light there. Transparent weapon. And then Raphael, he has green. And this one happens to be my favorite, just because of the sculpt. That's just one wicked looking turtle. And I don't know, probably my most favorite sculpt out of the entire vintage line is this particular turtle. So every single one of these, their shells open up. They pop open. And they have storage in the back for weapons. And then you can put their ninja stars in there. Pretty cool. And as you can see, that one really, lights up underneath the light, starts to glow. That transparent weapon. So they're really cool. These guys they've jumped in value. So 10, 15 years ago, you could get these complete for anywhere between 25 and 50 bucks. Not anymore. You're lucky to even get a weapon for that price anymore. I think it was a couple weeks ago, I think it was Donatello's slingshot. They were asking $100 for it, which is understandable, I guess, because usually these are broke off. So $100 for one in perfect shape for the prices that they're going for now kind of makes sense. I kind of have a feeling if you found somebody who had a set of 4 and they had the card backs and the cards that came with them and such, I don't see how they would go for any less than, I don't know, anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 depending on the condition of the figures. All of mine are mint. All of mine came right off a card that was beat up, so they're card fresh. So, but out of the 4, Raphael is definitely my favorite, and so these are usually referred to as the black belt storage turtles, and the reason being is because the first release, the originals, they had colored belts. They wore a belt the color that matched their bandana. So Raphael was red, and their weapons were all the same color for every single turtle. They were this tannish color, and this particular colored weapon is actually a shade or two lighter than the actual turtles that were released, the regular set of 10 that were released. So sometimes people get them confused, but the storage shell turtles weapons are always lighter. Side note, Donatello was the very first storage shell turtle to be released in 1990. He was the only one released for 1990. And he was such a huge hit that in 1991, they released the other brothers. Now, his weapons were on a weapons tree, and all the other brothers were not. They were just loose weapons that were put in the plastic mold underneath the bubble. But he was the very first one that came out in 1990, and kids loved him, and so they decided to release the rest, and I'm glad they did, because honestly, the other turtles look way better than Donatello. Raphael, that's a sick figure. So yeah, Donatello was the very first one, 1990. The rest came out in 1991. All right, let's get into what we've sold the last 24 hours on eBay. So we've actually sold some more Dutch Brothers stickers in the last 24 hours. And our first one is this little frog here with a skateboard. Now these were just released, so I went and got coffee on Wednesday, and I can't remember how many of these are in the set, but each Dutch Brothers was supposed to get a different one, or a few different ones, and I actually got 3 different frogs, I believe. And so people are having to buy these on eBay to complete the set. So thanks, Dutch Brothers, for doing this so I can make some extra money. This guy sold for $10.99, and I got him for free with my coffee. So pays for my coffee. And then the next one is this guy with the shades. He sold for $8.99, so not as cool as the one with the skateboard, apparently. So he sold for $8.99, but then again, a free one. I gave one to my wife to keep, and so I won't be making any money off that one for now, until she decides she doesn't want it anymore. And then this Dutch Brothers sticker sold. Now this is one of those exclusives, like I mentioned earlier in the video. This is from Sacramento. It was an anniversary exclusive sticker, and it sold for $9.89. And I probably have like 35 cents into this particular sticker. So right there, some coffee money. That's what I use that money for. When I sell the stickers, I go buy more coffee and get more stickers. So this guy sold. This is Alan Grant from Jurassic Park. The figure's in really good condition. I don't know if you guys can tell, but his main part of his shirt is kind of yellowed, different color than his sleeves. But besides that, the paint on this guy is crazy good. But because of the yellowing, I listed him pretty low. This is from Series 2 of Jurassic Park, and it sold for $4.27. So I think even if he was perfect and no yellowing, he's still not a high dollar figure, but still, someone got a really good deal on him. And then our next item is this vintage flatfish. It's a fishing lure. I got this for like $1 at a yard sale. I actually got a lot of them. There was like 5 or 6 of them, I believe. And really good shape. Has the manual in there. The box is in good shape. The plastic covers, no cracks. Still really good shape. And it sold for $13.49. So I'd probably pay like $1 for them. So that's a pretty good profit. And then our next item is this vintage set of Christmas lights. So these are the larger Christmas lights that you would normally put on the outside of your house. But I know back in the day they used to even put them on their real Christmas trees, which probably was not a very good idea. Matter of fact, I think in the movie A Christmas Story, it trips the breaker in the house. So, but these I got through an auction locally, a local auction page, and I paid $1 for these, and they work. I don't think they've ever been out of the box. Box is a little tattered and stuff, but they're 90s vintage, and they sold for $13.49 plus the ride. The customer ended up paying $26 shipped for this item. So I think I sold one more item here. Yes, let me go get it real quick. All right, so this is the other item that I sold in the last 24 hours. It is a Toyota repair manual for pickups and 4Runners from the late 80s, early 90s. And actually through 79 to 95. I actually got this. It was like pre-estate sale, and the estate had tons of stuff. So what they were doing is to minimize on the amount of stuff that they had, so they could do a sale on the property. They were just giving stuff away. So they would fill up the yard with items, and then they would post it on Facebook saying, "Coming, come take whatever you want." And so this is one of the items that I picked up, and it was free. So we sold this for $8.99 plus the ride. So that's pure profit after fees and stuff. So that's pretty good. So that's all the stuff that we have sold in the last 24 hours. Kind of a slower 24 hours, which is typical for me. I usually see great weekends. Mondays and Tuesdays start to kind of decline. Middle of the week, and they start to pick up again. So that's been the typical trend since Labor Day. So the last 2 weeks have been like that. So I'm expecting Friday, once people start getting off work, sales will probably start to pick back up again, be good through the weekend, and then start to taper off Monday and Tuesday again. I'm hoping that's a trend for all of Q4. So we can be making some good money this winter. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our videos. Hopefully you guys liked the turtle talk right in the middle of this. I thought, putting some turtle content right in the middle of there, it was fitting for our name. Turtles are the whole reason why I started doing this 15 years ago. At first, Half Shell Toys was just selling turtles, and I had my own website. Did a little bit on eBay, a lot in different groups on Facebook, and then I stopped. Took some time off, and now I'm doing it full time with many different areas of resale. So I really enjoy it. I like talking about turtles. So maybe every once in a while we'll work that into these videos, so we can look at some vintage toys too. So thanks everybody. Stay tuned. Hopefully another video out next week on our sales from this point through the weekend. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. One love when the lights go out. I'm down to